Are you ready to take your investment game to the next level? Introducing Digital Investor, your ultimate guide to mastering the digital marketplace. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Digital Investor brings you cutting-edge game theoretical strategies, expert insights, and real-time tips and tactics to analyze, evaluate, invest, and grow your wealth. Don't miss out on the digital revolution. Visit www.nickblacknex.com and start your journey with Digital Investor today.
Hey.
I don't even know where to start, man. It's going to be a day.
There's a lot.
It's going to be a day.
There's a lot.
It's going to be a day.
Do we have any housekeeping? Do you have any housekeeping?
The tilling. So, gas has been extremely high. I haven't done that tilling, setting your tiller up video, but I'll do that today. I had after we talked about this on Friday, just a lot of people messaged me, hey, how do you do it? And I just want to let you know that we do have the tilling video coming. Oh, shoot. I got to tell a story, though, because I want you guys all to be very aware, because I think this is important, too. So, and this is close to home. So I just wake up, pay attention. Okay, this is important. This is important. So my wife goes to this girl. She's I don't know, does hair and stuff. Anyway, whatever. She goes to her. Turns out she posts on her Facebook the other day that she's now a crypto education expert. So she shows screenshots of all of her certificates that she's been earning over the past year. And she shows a billboard that she purchased to advertise her crypto expertise here in Idaho. And I'm like, that's super strange, I don't know what course you need to take to become a crypto expert, and I don't know what the angle is there. So I'm like, hey, you should go and just talk to her and see what her deal is, Anyway, so all these people are messaging me and they're like, hey, look, did you see so-and-so became a crypto expert? Because in her social media post, and I was going to show a screenshot of this, but I didn't have time to blur everything out because there's so much other stuff going on.
Wait, have you ever met her? Have you ever met this expert?
No, I've never met this expert. Just my wife goes to her.
Hey, could you get her to sign one of our Bitcoins?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. She has printed a whole bunch of Bitcoin off too. So she has a ton of Bitcoin. She printed a bunch off. Anyway, so on her Facebook page, she has a picture of her certificate where she's trained, and it has her name on the certificate. It looks all official and stuff. She has her Coinbase debit card she took a picture of with her name on there. And then she has all this other stuff she did to attain this education degree.
Oh, she's gonna wreck so many people.
Right. And so I'm like, what the heck this is super strange. So I'm like, anyway, so then my mom messaged me. She's like, hey, did you see so-and-so became a crypto expert? I'm like, Mom, I don't know about this. Is super strange. I'm not understanding what's going on here. I have no clue. So as we are flying back, my wife pulls it up again, and apparently she'd been hacked. So all of this stuff, all of these documents were fake Photoshop forgeries that she's a crypto expert, so people would reach out to her. And she's not a crypto expert. She says she has no idea what Bitcoin is.
So, but she didn't do this. Someone else did this.
Somebody hacked into her Facebook, put all of this stuff. They Photoshopped a local billboard ad of her face on there. I'm a crypto expert. Give me a call. Okay. So all these people potentially were going to potentially
no
be
one called her. One.
I don't think anybody called. This is the longest roundabout way to try to fish somebody I've ever seen in my life. Because think of her client base. Her client base ain't into crypto. And I'm like, Why would you go that angle? You should. I should show you the posts. I can't because I got to edit out her name and stuff. But like, I should show you the post of the elaborate.
She's an expert. She
Photoshop.
should expect it.
Well, if she did it, that's crazy. But apparently, she claimed somebody else put it on her post. But the person made these certificates that I'm a crypto education expert. So the only reason I tell you all this story, and I might post these on some of our other socials, I'll blur out the stuff and show you the documents. But the only reason I tell you this story is be very leery.
It's wary.
Wary. Even if Nick or I reach out to you or claim one thing or another, we could be hacked. Remember that. We could be hacked. We're not going to reach out to you with a special opportunity just for you. We're not going to reach out to you with some other venture that we wouldn't normally talk about.
Like, do this right now. We don't have time to wait till tomorrow.
Yes,
do it now.
Always take your time, okay? Even if I reach out to you, take your time. Think about what I am saying. Would I say something like this? Okay.
And why Brandon suddenly has the Bangladesh accent?
I'm just saying this is very important to remember. Anybody can be hacked. Anybody can be faked online. Anybody can like gain somebody else's persona in any way, especially with AI now. Be very careful. Never give me your private keys or anything else. Like, guys, think about what you're clicking. I just want another public service announcement because this is important. Think about it. Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's it for the housekeeping.
Okay. So where should we begin? Do we begin with the billion in liquidations?
Let's start. Let's go through your stuff. Let's see what you got.
All right.
I got like 400 screenshots of what happened this weekend because this was not the weekend I expected. This is the most insane, and the repercussions I think from this weekend could ripple into eternity, as Gladiator says.
People forget quick. I thought about this. There is no. Everybody in crypto has quarterback amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
The minute they get tackled or throw an interception, 3 minutes later they're like, "Let's give me the game." All right. So, maybe some of these people that lost $1 billion in the last 24 hours, maybe they will remember. This is a day that will go down in infamy because they're bankrupt. So, crypto markets faced over, I think it was 1.1 billion was the total as of the last time I checked. And people, dummy's gonna dummy, but in this case, it was about 1.1 billion in liquidations. And here are some of the reasons. There's no specific reason, but we said on Friday, we predicted Bitcoin would hit a new all-time high. It did. But it was not a straight line. It was all over the place, wobbly as a mofo. And briefly, Bitcoin went from about 106,000 to 99,700. That created that dip, and it was a fast one. It created a dip that 6% dip led to a cascade of liquidations of a bunch of dumb assholes that were over leveraged. They were so far off their skis. They were just, their skis were still at the top of the slope. And so a bunch of people holding long positions got just demolished and quick. Cause it was like, whoop, whoop. So they got, and what's, I don't know, sad. Anyway, the people that got nuked, it wasn't an hour before the price was back to where it was. So everybody that got destroyed, I don't want to say it was engineered, but it sure looks like it was just to rake these people. I mean, just, ugh. Can you imagine waking up? You're like, okay, you go to bed. You've been up all night because you don't go to sleep because you're a degen gambler. Price is 106,000. You're cool. You bought a super leverage, 106,000, 105,000, because you know it's going to 108, 109. You know it. It's free money, dude. It's 100x on $3,000. So you're gonna make $300,000 by the time you wake up. I mean, it's guaranteed money. Guaranteed money.
Guaranteed. Yep.
You wake up, the price is 109,000. You're like, that's it. I did it. I'm rich. But you see these alert emails. Like, what? Oh, probably alerting me to my newfound wealth, to all my wealth.
I see where you're going here. I see what you're doing.
But that's not what those alerts were. Those
What?
alerts were that you got liquidated and you have effing zero left. You have this many. How many do you have? I have this many. Not like this. If you go from here, you can't get from here to here. Or wait, it's the other way. You can't get from here to here. Anyway, liquidated and quick. So the overall volatility in the crypto market was pretty significant. And there's been a series of liquidations, pretty fast paced since kind of December started, right? We saw like 3, this one being the 4th big, really fast liquidations. There was one, the biggest one was 2.4 billion, right? Wasn't that one like
over a series of like 2 days, maybe 48 hours?
Yeah. This was $1.1 billion in an hour, and it might not even have been the full hour. So,
yeah. Well, this happened. That's funny because you mentioned this story because it was when I hopped on a plane. Okay, everything was fine. The minute I hopped off the plane, I looked and I'm like, "There's no way it dropped that." I was like, "There's no way it dropped that much." I'm like, "There's no way," and it did. It really did.
Oh yeah. So, with over 100 and even Ethereum was weird. So Ethereum lost. Now, we'll tell you where the vacuum came for Ethereum here in a second, because you guys all know, but we'll go over the whole meme apocalypse. But 115 million worth of Ethereum liquidations occurred as well, because the price went from like 3,100 up to 3,400, back down to 3,000, back up. Like it was like it seesawed and wrecked everyone. And it just started to look to me like people were fishing rookies. They were just emptying out rookie wallets. And I don't want to say it's a bad thing, because a lot of these people will come, even the meme coin people will come, and some of them will stay in crypto, and it will be kind of this mass onboarding experience. I think this is glasses half full, every cloud has silver lining thing. But you have a very low IQ. In general, in investing, there's a low IQ. I mean, in investment management, there's a low IQ. There's a really low IQ in investors right now. I mean, it's really bad. It's uncomfortably bad. It's so bad, I don't talk about crypto at all anymore. At all. I steer clear of it. Like, are you in those cryptos? No, man. And then what? Why? Oh, interest rates are like, yeah.
Bonds. No, you said bonds.
Well, if you say interest rates, no one knows what that means, and they just, of course.
End of discussion.
Of
really,
course.
End of discussion.
This guy knows. You heard him with the interest rate thing. He knows. So anyway, other liquidations were XRP. Surprise, surprise. Those dummies got nuked. Doge. People taking leverage on Doge, Cardano, Avalanche, Sui, Lumen. Why would you take leverage on XLM? Oh my God. Anyway, and no one even knows that token exists. But anyway, a significant portion of liquidations were attributed directly to traders taking on highly leveraged positions. Leverage, of course, as you guys know, allows people to borrow funds to increase their market exposure, but it amplifies the risk. And the easy way to think about this is, if I take 2x leverage and the token drops by 50.1%, I have nothing left. If I take on 100x leverage and it drops by a little bit over half a point, 0.67, I think is the line in the sand, meaning 67 basis point move, you just lost everything. And this is happening like every 45 minutes for the last 2 months. So, man, God, don't take leverage. Don't be stupid. Anyway, when the market started moving against people, traders were forced to liquidate and meet margin requirements. Actually, I think the correct term is maintenance requirements. Margin accounts are a little bit different, but you could say the same thing. Anyway, in the past day, and this is in the past day as of a few hours ago, I would imagine it's still worse now. 1.03 billion liquidated, 406,000 traders, 406,000 dummies, 406,000 people are this effing, I'm trying not to curse. I want to go 2 days profanity free. I'm having a real hard time getting this sentence out. To be honest, because every time I see a number like this, I put a parentheses in there, and there's a word that starts with F, and it's not fudge. Anyway, 406,000 degen trader idiots with 744.8 million in long liquidations. 280. Listen, 280,000. Sorry. 280 million were in short liquidations.
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't seen a lot of
Who
short.
is going? At least the people that went long, I kind of get it. Like, okay, we're going into the Trump administration. It's going to be big. Why on earth would you go short? Who? What kind of damn fool? Well, so anyway, almost $300 million short liquidations. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a tiny pivot. There are some theories out there that pretty much discount, not technical analysis, but some theories out there that really discount the Trump administration completely and the value of what I think is coming, which is just a pro-crypto government. And the theory is that because money supply, well, first of all, tomorrow we pass the hurdle, right? The government shutdown hurdle where no more spending. Governments have to stop spending money. Right. So this is going to shut all the lights off. But and this goes until like March 12th, I think. So I guess all the lights go off. But apparently, according to some talking head whack job idiots, that's going to mean Bitcoin goes to 70,000 because all the global liquidity. Because again, everyone cares so much about the U.S. debt ceiling. They care so much about it. I bet you can't find 10 people in 1,000 that even know what that is outside the U.S. They're like, the debt ceiling. You guys print money all the time. Yeah. So what debt ceiling? You just keep printing money. Yep, that's right. Okay, so what are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. So, but some of your gurus, some of your favorite talking heads are saying it's going to create a crunch on global liquidity, a massive crunch. And that I guess the U.S. was just giving liquidity to the whole planet all the time, right? Just to here's you get some liquidity, you get some liquidity. They discount. I guess they don't know what the euro dollar is. They don't whatever. But anyway, so that's going to make Bitcoin go to 70,000. But don't worry, it'll be fine again at the end of March. Oh, but then tax season comes. So it's the same guys that no one listens to, and they're coming out. They got to say something, and so this is what you're going to hear. And so in order to be heard, because there's going to be so much news coming out of this administration, I think in order to be heard as a guru, pal, is that you will make sensational claims in both directions, and you'll caveat that by, or it won't, right? Like, well, there's a very good chance this will happen, or it won't. Oh wow, just getting out there on that cautious middle of the road. So anyway.
Protect yourself.
Don't be swayed by articles and news and a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Stick to the math, stick to the facts, and I think you'll be fine. But this is going to be a very newsy, very, I think, difficult bull run. I think this may be a more difficult bull run than the past ones because it's definitely not going to be a straight line. Well, it's not a straight line for these 406,000 new people that are going to file for unemployment, or what do you file for when you're already unemployed? What's left? Sadness. There's file for some more sadness. I need to. Can you get me one of the sadness cards? Let me fill that out. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're at there. And then I don't know, Brandon, did you hear about the Pump.Fund, the lawsuit?
No, that's on top of all this.
Oh, no. So I think this one may have legs, even in a pro-crypto environment. Now, I know no one wants to step on Pump.Fund, especially since Trump successfully launched some meme coins over the weekend. I was caught off guard. I was not prepared for that. That's not the weekend that I thought we were going to have, but it's the weekend that we got. And so, but the meme coin thing, I kept feeling like there's going to be a meme apocalypse. Like at some point, someone's going to come in and say, enough is enough. This is just straight up degen gambling. But on the other side of it, almost every state has gambling and lottery and all this, except that those governments are making money off that, and no one's making money off this. Apparently, even the people investing, pretty much no one makes money. It's 98 point. It's like your body temperature percentage of losing. 98 point something percent of all of the money that goes into pump.fun is lost. And it usually ends up in the hands of a very small group of people that launch the project or the owners of pump.fun. So here's the deal. A guy lost some money. He lost $231 on Peanut. Remember Peanut?
Yes.
Little squirrel. Anyway, he got a lawyer, and it sparked a legal case because it wasn't the $231 he lost. It was who was getting good off of it. And it so angered him. And also, I'm sad that there's no Peanut. So anyway, but so lawyers dug in and they said, buddy, there's more here than just your $231 of dead squirrel coin. So, and this could have tendrils that reach out into the greater meme coin ecosystem, the meme ecosystem, or whatever we call that. So Pump.fun, as you guys know, PumpFun is a trading platform. The lawsuit basically describes it as an ecosystem of fraud and Ponzi, which after this weekend seems a fair and accurate, kind of description. I mean, no one's making money. Basically, it is mostly pumping up schemes. The token, basically, they will go and hype tokens. They have these barriers where if your token gets a certain amount of hype, then we'll promote it and we'll list it and all this kind of stuff. So they hype these tokens. It attracts a bunch of buyers, very low IQ, and also like borderline special needs. Like it's real bad. Like they specifically target their marketing to dummies. So I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying the dudes that run this company target idiots as their business practice. They're saying, who are the dumbest people in society, and who let their kid with Down syndrome get on the computer and have access to a wallet. That's who we want, which is pretty awful if you think about it. And I don't feel like that's a good looking court these days. So they don't do any KYC or AML, which is know your client, or anti-money laundering. So they've already violated a bunch of regulations. So they've broken regulations and they've broken laws. And now the SEC is going, yeah, and you kind of broke a bunch of Howey test prongs, which I agree, the Howey test needs to be redefined. But for now, it is what it is. And that they specifically target vulnerable groups, at-risk adults, minors, and marginalized people with low income, which kind of sucks. Anyway, they were sued in the New York court for this. This is where it started. And what's happening is now regulators are like, yeah, that is bullcrap. The other thing too is no one likes undeserved success. We like, oh, that guy won the lottery, but no one's happy for that guy. You're like, screw that guy, lottery winner. He's like, I should be the lottery winner. I should be the lucky one. Well, we kind of see that as humans as undeserved success. No one likes that. Period. Full stop. There was a guy that I know who he's a terrible writer, and he had the right friends, and he was like a computer programmer, like a software guy, and like one night he woke up the next morning and his software company got bought out by Tencent. So he made like $2 or $3 million. He's like, I'm going to quit everything and be a writer. Then my buddy helped his girlfriend get a job on a huge show that she didn't deserve because she can't act. Doesn't matter though. But she got it. So in 1 week, this dude went from being like a little kind of a nerdy hacker to all his dreams were answered. And like good on him, cool and all this, but he didn't earn any of this. Then this guy just wins lotteries. Then he goes on, he gets on this show because of he checked the right boxes or whatever. I don't want to get into the whole diversity thing, but he checked the right boxes. And so he gets on a show as a writer that he shouldn't have been in, because he got into a Fox writing program that he shouldn't have been in either, because he's terrible. So he clumsily fell upward. He graduated to a position of greatest incompetence. I don't think he's writing anymore, because at the end of the day, he's terrible. But he clumsied his way into millions of dollars, a deal writing for a show. His girlfriend was on like a top 5 show for years. Just unbelievable, accidental.
Crazy.
So when you hear that, you don't go, what happens is halfway up, you're like, yeah, that guy's awesome. Then it keeps going. You're like, wait a minute, this is bullcrap. Pretty soon you're like, you know what? Screw you, dude. You deserve none of that. Well, this is that times 1,000,000,000, right? So there's a lot of regulators, politicians that are like, screw all these guys. I had to work hard to get elected so that I could pull my scams. You're just pulling scams. So there's no love for Pump.Fun and all these little degens, right? So essentially, the lawsuit is targeting the 3 founders, which is Noah Tweedale, Alon Cohen, and Dylan Curler. The claim is that they basically pocketed millions of fees while specifically targeting the people that were most susceptible to come off with their cash. And they promote that the site got behind projects that promoted hate speech, racial slurs, some school shootings, self-mutilation, all this kind of crap. Like it's really bad. It reads really bad. And I think, and again, this is another Solana like thing. And it's very weird. Solana is successful for being the worst, just the culmination of the worst, just the worst things about the worst attributes of the crypto space. And Solana is just soaking it in. And at the expense of other projects. Solana breaks all the time. No one cares because degens don't know the difference. Their directors and their founders are super corrupt, have gotten caught lying, cheating, stealing, like to the tune of billions of dollars. No one gives a crap. It isn't. And so, of course, the kinds of projects that find a lot of success in an environment like that, why wouldn't they be scammy, scummy projects? Pump.Fun is that. I don't think meme coins are going away because gambling never went. I mean, this is gambling, right, Brandon? Like how would you describe Pump.Fun?
More. It's worse than gambling. At least gambling, I think you have like a 30% chance to win. Pump.Fun, they said, I think it was 0.01% of wallets even have made money over there just because of the insider trading going on and all that kind of, I guess, misery. You can't make money unless you're on the inside.
Basically,
this is worse than gambling. Oh,
it's the worst. So investors, here's why it violates the Howey test. Oh, by the way, statistically, this guy went through and looked at all the projects. He said 99.1% of meme coins on Pump.Fun are scam, of course, because why would they not be? And then he said, here's how you can tell a scam. The devs buying, the developers will buy to create FOMO, right? Matter of fact, let's see if I can get this little picture graphic so that you can all see what scam looks like. Here's the breakdown. First, the developers buy in to create FOMO. And you're like, well, if they're buying, I'm buying. Then you get sucked into it like a jackwagon fool. I'm buying. I have a friend of mine who's been in crypto since 2017. He's like, man, I'm thinking of buying this Melania. I'm like, dude, kill yourself right now. Go to put a plastic bag over your head and don't stop until you stop. So investor dummies get sucked into it. Even people that you would think would not be so dumb. Then the developers, those same people that conned you into it with their little meager behavior, they rug. and you get that green arrow, or the green arrow turns red, and it goes pretty much to where it all started. Developers get rich, you get nothing but embarrassed. And even if you have to get out, see that one red candlestick, the big red one, the second red candlestick, that thing is so far and so fast that you can't get out. And so what happens is, I mean, you want to know what there were people trying to sell when Trump kind of recorrected yesterday, I guess. There were people trying to sell it, and they were taking 10 cents on the dollar to get out of it. Even though the price was like $45, they were selling it for like 45 cents to get out of it. Or no, $4.50.
Yeah.
Because of the lack
well,
of
and there was a lot more to that as well.
Whoa.
But yeah, there was I mean, it was crazy, man.
So anyway,
Crazy.
this is pump.fun. Yeah. God. And then on the other side of it, part of you wants to say, okay, good. If you go and do those, if you make those plays and you get wrecked, you deserve it. The other part of me is like, you don't want to pick on people that don't have the ability to say no. It's like going to a schoolyard and giving people meth, like those little kids meth wrapped in chocolates. They're like, yeah, chocolate. Now they're all meth junkies, 8-year-old meth junkies. You know what's worse than an 8-year-old meth junkie? A 7-year-old meth junkie. So anyway, yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what the answer is. You can't regulate these things because you can just create, I mean, these platforms, you can just go spin up tokens. I don't know. You think there's a TikToking that could happen where they would just shut down these meme coin platforms? Also, how on earth do you forget about taxing them? Forget about it. There is no way on earth. I mean, eventually you could map all this kind of stuff out, but I don't know. Is there any answer for this, Brandon, or is this just with us forever? This is endemic.
Well, I thought about that a little bit with the Trump launch, right? I think this is now going to be with us forever, and you need to start making your own decisions whether or not you want to participate in whatever debauchery is out there, because it is a free market. Anybody can do whatever they want. And I guess here's the problem with like the Trump thing, right? With great power comes great responsibility, because he needs to be more conscientious of what he's doing to the space, because him using his name, that's not fair. It's not fair. But then on the flip side, if people are stupid enough to jump into this garbage, that's kind of on them too. You know, it's like, so there's some give and take, but he needs to be a little bit more responsible with his power, because he has an unlimited amount of power, which is, it's not correct to be using it the way he is.
Isn't this kind of punching down, or like fighting below your weight class? Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, he's taking candy from a baby right here, right?
Yeah,
he's basically,
these are people that cannot intellectually defend themselves. I mean, it just is. I mean, you know, like I was telling you, I was at a party a few weeks ago. Well, it was kind of a lecture-y thing, which I'm doing another one next Monday. But and just listening to people, I just walk around and listen, and people are so stupid. They're so stupid. Some guy was talking about Cardano going to $10.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Because of some weird. They always a reset story. You know what this is? They package up the best parts of religion, and then they sell that in these crypto projects. There's always a rebirth. There's a second coming, you know, XRP. It's like the big reset. There's always a story like that. And it gets people, oh my God, I want to be around for the big reset. I don't want to, what if they reset and I'm not there? I'm part of the old one and they reset and I missed it. So it's crazy. But people choose to believe, so it becomes a cult. And people love their religion. All right. That's all I got. DGen's getting wrecked, liquidations, pump lawsuit. Should we go behind the wall to talk about the whole the
yeah, let's do. This is
weekend of madness, menage a madness. and I think it's kind of like finally it's come.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a very tumultuous first quarter, but we're going to see some big flipping numbers all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't think Bitcoin's going to 70,000, but you could see 85,000 and you could see 185,000.
Yeah.
And we might see both.
Mm.
And I don't know how to play it. I mean, in my mind, again, if you've ever sold Bitcoin and tried to time it, if you've done it more than once, you've lost because you cannot. And so part of me is like, well, when Bitcoin gets to 115, I'll sell it and then I'll buy it back at 80 because I know both of those things will probably, or 90 or 95, because I know those things will happen. Yes, they probably both will happen. But that is a risky way to do it where you could just sit back. Just sit back and watch the party happen. Let it come to you. I got sucked into a party the other day. And I thought there was going to be a lot of people there and I was going to be able to bail out because, whatever.
Yeah, if there's a lot of people, nobody knows.
I would show up, I would say hi to 4 people and I would skedaddle. Except that there was only like 13 people. So me leaving is like one of the colonies seceding in early America. You don't do it. So I got stuck there for 3 hours.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get behind the wall.
Yes.
And let's talk. We're gonna talk Turkey. Well, not Turkey, but crypto Turkey. Crypto Turkey?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You could talk crypto Turkey, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's talk crypto Turkey. If I can find the damn.
Going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now. We're going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital.
Working overtime.